There's a reason those people were out there.
Try to at least understand who people are, where they're coming from, as you said.
And where the divisions are.
Young white men who feel like, hey, I'm treated differently in this country than I feel like I should have. I've become a second-class citizen. Forgive me if I don't want a lesson on the Second Amendment from a 16-year-old. These 17-year-olds should go back to civics class.
They have no soul.
Someone, hint parents, clearly didn't smack this kid much growing up.
Oh, hey, I didn't see there. I was just imagining a civil world where conservatives were as outraged at actual white supremacists taken to the streets to promote ethnic cleansing as they are at children saying, hey, how about you don't shoot us? So I thought we'd play a real quick game of Charlottesville Nazi or Parkland student. Very fine people, misunderstood, feel like their country is slipping away. Were these comments used to describe white supremacists who took to the streets with their tiki torches in Charlottesville, resulting in the death of Heather Heyer? Or were they used to describe a group of empowered kids who were unwilling to accept the fact that their school had become one of the 290 school shootings since 2013, and yet politicians were doing nothing? What about these comments? Spoiled brats, no soul. Or the very recent and overtly graphic, ram a hot poker up their ass. So were these terms used to describe the protesters in Charlottesville or the Parkland school shooting survivors? The answer is, of course you already know again. The fact that this juxtaposition can even be made shows just how mind-numbingly ridiculous conservative hypocrisy is. And before you respond with, just because they're kids doesn't mean they are free from scrutiny, they are not free from scrutiny. You have every right to criticize their opinion. But my question is, why does kids fighting for stricter gun control unleash fire and fury within you?
Spare me if I don't want to hear the sanctimoniousness of a 17-year-old.
But Nazis chanting blood and soil or Jews will not replace us, sparking mass violence has you taking the sympathetic route?
Make sure all voices are heard.
And you know what the result is? People become tired of this shite, and they already are. Laura Ingraham took an extended vacation while Fox weighed up their options of replacing her with either Cruella de Vil or Tanya Laryngitis, only to come back and claim that the ad boycotts were Stalinist. Not sure that's an apology there, Laura. And in the latest move, Sinclair Media Group, you know, the Trump bot network, fired one of their employees because he basically said he wanted to assault a child. That's not a debate. That's not enacting your First Amendment right. That's just being a creep. But this is what it's come to. The smearing of these kids has gone to absurd lengths by the same people who want to have therapy sessions with Nazis. So my point is, if you want to be outraged, then be outraged, but at least be consistent. Because at this point, amidst the hate and fake news being spread about these kids who, since surviving a mass shooting, yes, let's not forget they survived a mass shooting, have been raked over the coals for wanting fellow students to be safer. One thing is clear. To conservatives, white supremacists have more of a place speaking up for their beliefs than kids who want to reduce the risk of being shot in school. Follow me on Instagram at Francis M. Maxwell, on Twitter also at Francis M. Maxwell. Like and share the video. Continue to resist.